All right, guys, so we're back with a second problem that is going to be similar to our first. So go ahead and grab a pencil and paper or a dry erase board and a dry erase marker if you have one of those. And so let's walk through this together. So number 2 says Naliana has 5 feet of rope to make friendship bracelets. And if she wants each bracelet to be 1/3 of a foot or 4 inches long, how many bracelets can she make? Okay, so once again, as with all these problems, we need to look at what is our number model? What is the problem asking us to solve? So I want you to go ahead and write down number model. All right, in this case, she's starting with 5 feet, and we're dividing the 5 feet of rope into bracelets that are 1/3 of a foot long each. So I'm going to divide 5 divided by 1/3, and I'm going to set that equal to, it doesn't really matter what letter you use, but I'm going to set that equal to B for bracelets, okay? And once again, since I'm starting with 5 bracelets, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to represent my bracelets this time with circles, okay? You can represent your numbers with different pictures as long as you're dividing them by the correct thing. So once again, I'm going to pause or ask you to pause the video at this point and see if you can find out how many total bracelets she can make using our drawing here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a second. All right, so hopefully you took a chance to solve the problem and use our picture to figure out how many bracelets she could make. So in this case, since we're dividing our 5 feet into pieces that are 1/3 of a foot long, I'm gonna represent that by dividing each of our circles into thirds. Like so. So you could have used rectangles like we did in the first problem, and I will even show you how to use a number line here in a second. But now that I've divided each of my 5 feet into thirds, that means I have 5 of these circles, and now they each have 3 total parts. So 5 times 3 means that I'm going to be able to create 15 bracelets total. Okay, so once again, if you found that 15 bracelets were able to be made from those 5 feet, great job. And we will, I'll be back here shortly with another problem that will look slightly different. Before we leave, another way that you could have solved this problem is you could have used a number line. So if you used a number line, numbered from 0 to 5 for your 5 feet of rope. Okay, if I'm using a number line and I'm dividing into thirds, I need 3 total tick marks between each whole number. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those tick marks in. So each of these, here would be 1/3, here would be 2/3, 3/3, and so on. And if I wanted to show it this way, between 0 and 1, I have 3/3. Between 1 and 2, I have 3/3. Between 2 and 3, I have 3/3. Between 3 and 4, I have 3/3. And between 4 and 5, I have 3/3. So if I add all of these thirds together, I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 parts, or 15 thirds that are going to make 15 bracelets. So this is another way that you could have solved the problem.